Hello, everybody. Welcome to Money Matters, the newest channel created to help you work to gain your financial freedom. My name is Johnny. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in crypto, traditional finance, and through entrepreneurship. If you like money and crypto, then make sure to pop that subscribe button. And if you enjoy the content, hit the like button so that YouTube can know to bring you the best that it has to offer. This channel is devoted to financial freedom, your financial freedom, as well as mine. We do this through analysis, research, constant learning, understanding financial literacy, and really delving into the new world of crypto and DeFi. This channel is all about money, but we do focus on things that are at the forefront. And currently, we're in the middle of a bull market, and crypto and DeFi are definitely hot topics. We will also go through traditional investing, things like bonds, stocks, value stocks, all types of categories of investing, including options, puts, calls, leaps, you name it. We're going to be covering all of it. We'll have a lot of heavy sprinklings of TA analysis throughout the videos so that you can learn how to use some of the tools that are available to help you make the best decisions you can make, not only in what you choose to invest in, but timing, which is probably one of the most important things of all. Wrong way. Click. Disclaimer. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. If you need financial advice or a financial advisor, find one and seek their assistance. We're here for your entertainment and just camaraderie. We're here to learn together and hopefully succeed and prosper in the lives that we have ahead of us. Topics for the day, we'll do a market recap. We've got a few stories in the news. I'd like to talk a little bit about short-term price targets for Bitcoin, and then we'll bring it all together. So looking at the top crypto, not necessarily the top movers, but the most popular coins that are out in the market, Bitcoin has bounced off of its dip that we had over the past 24 hours, and we're still moving into higher territory. Ethereum is just grinding up. We'll soon be at the 2,600 target, which is what I picked in July for us to be at around this time. However, I've moved my cap target for Ethereum up to right around $3,200, at which time I will start taking profits. I believe it will probably have a pullback, whether it's small, medium, or large, I couldn't tell you, but it's going to pull back, and I'll take some profits and then reinvest once we hit the bear cycle and prices are more reasonable. I think Ethereum is going to follow Bitcoin as a store of value. There'll be a lot of institutional investing, a lot of money that's going to be put into Ethereum, especially with 2.0 around the corner. The NTF craze that's going on has spurred usage, and the new release that they had, the Berlin fork, is helping to alleviate some of the gas pain, no pun intended, caused by transaction fees. So I think Ethereum is going to be a solid play moving into the future, and definitely is going to be in my portfolio. One of the blaring things that you can see on this chart is at number 6, Dogecoin. I really have no words. I'm excited and happy that they're there. I think that it was a surprise, and I hope a lot of people are making money because they deserve it. See, running out the top, we've got Cardano, which has definitely been moving up. It's sat on right around the 120 mark for quite some time, and it's good to see it going up. I think that before the end of this alt season, this cycle, this market cycle, we should be well over $2 in Cardano. Polkadot, don't ask me. It's been on a run for quite some time. I'm staking in Polkadot. I have a lot of my backup currency invested in Polkadot, who gives you the alternative to do some staking. So I've taken advantage of that, and it's working out well. Another point out here is Bitcoin Cash. I'm happy to see it over $1,000. I do own Bitcoin Cash. I'm not the biggest fan of Bitcoin Cash. and the story behind it. If you don't know the story, look it up because it's a very interesting one. In fact, there's a series on Amazon. I think it's The Future of Bitcoin or something like that, and they talk about how the hard fork came into play and the powers that be that started Bitcoin Cash basically to up the blockchain capacity or the block capacity within the chain. So, very interesting show, and I think that you'll glean a lot of cool historical information and kind of get a better perspective of where Bitcoin Cash fits into the whole picture. It does have utility. It's definitely a good project, but I think that if you're looking at making money right now, and you're playing off of historical highs, you might be a bit disappointed. I think that back in the day, um, when it started out, people were confused with Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, and a lot of folks invested in it heavily, not realizing that it wasn't Bitcoin, which drove the price up astronomically. And in fact, targets right now are something like $10,000 in this cycle. So I don't know that we'll ever get there. Actually, I don't think that we will. I will actually set stop losses, which I don't ever do in crypto, once we get past 1300 with Bitcoin Cash, just because I don't have a good feeling about it taking off and going to the moon, so to speak. Nothing like XRP. Let's get into the news. Turkey bans crypto payments. Surprise. They've had some trouble with their fiat currency, so I think they're trying to put the boot down, just like Venezuela and some other countries that have been having some issues with their own fiat currencies. Turkey's central bank has banned the use of crypto assets in payment, claiming that tokens entail significant risk due to volatile market values, irrevocable transactions, and can be used to fund illicit behavior. Sound familiar? I think so. The bank said that crypto assets were neither subject to any regulation and supervision mechanisms nor a central bank regulatory authority. In an official statement, the bank claimed it had issued what it called regulation on the disuse of crypto assets and payments. Listen, this is going to happen again. This will happen with more regularity as time goes by. The world economy, which is tied together very closely, much more so than it was in the past, is heading for some heartache. You can't print trillions and trillions of dollars without ramification. There's nothing backing up those dollars, nothing at all. And countries like Venezuela and historically like Germany with the mark before World War II, they struggled with the value of their fiat currency being so devalued. You'd be using wheelbarrows full of money to pay for a loaf of bread. So this is a real threat, a real problem for people, especially people living in those countries, and they're flocking to cryptocurrency to help them stay afloat, to help them have the ability to do what they need to do to survive. So it'll be interesting to see how some of these scenarios play out, and hopefully we won't see any of the leading countries of the world fall into that problem anytime in the near future, especially the United States or European Union or some of our other friends. In other news, Dodgecoin. Dodgecoin flipped all of the major coins with respect to Google search terms. It is popular, it's on fire, and I think that anytime Elon Musk mentions anything, it's just going to be popular. So not only did it dethrone Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, and XRP from the search list, it unbelievably surpassed in capitalization, market capitalization, Litecoin, Uniswap, Polkadot, Cardano, and Tether. I never expected that. I'm surprised and thrilled. It's exciting. And if you can believe this, overall it is up over 20,000% in a year, now trading at almost 40 cents and still going up. I've heard calls for $1 plus this cycle, which is, it's insanity. If you got in early, you're ready to go. You're ready to rock. You're ready to retire. I'm telling you right now, there's just money to be made. In other news, Miami-Dade residents might be able to pay taxes with crypto. A new proposal by the Dade County Commissioner, Daniel Cohen Higgins, um, established a task force to look into the possibility of enabling residents to pay their taxes in cryptocurrency. Sounds like a great idea. Should the proposal go through, local residents will be allowed to pay for taxes, services, and fees with cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. And I believe that this is going to be the trend of the future as well. I also believe that these entities, such as governments and local governments, will be using that money to actually put back into crypto to invest, not necessarily spend it, but to fund future endeavors or finance future projects or provide leverage for loans or bonds or something like that. So it's a wild, wild west out there. The world is ready for this, and it's going to start happening with much more regularity, I can assure you. So, getting in today's top subject, it is something that's near and dear to just about everybody, and it's basically short-term price predictions for Bitcoin. There's several schools of thought here. There's the traditionalists, the people who follow history, which is a good thing. We've got some history behind us. We have several bull runs we can look back to, 2013, 2017, 18 to be specific. And traditionally, Bitcoin goes into price discovery, hits an all-time high, has a dramatic pullback, starts to move back up, at which time alt season takes off and the altcoins go ballistic. And then everything winds down into the cold crypto winter bear market. But this time around, we have some different players. We have institutional investors, we have pension funds, we have a lot of money pouring into Bitcoin. The problem that I see with the traditional trajectory is that the money coming in will keep the price afloat. I'm not saying that it won't go down, but it won't go down 60, 70, 80% as it has in the past. In fact, my school of thought would be that Bitcoin's probably going to toy around with 64 to 72,000. As soon as it gets up to about 72, 74,000, we should see about a 30% correction that will last all of a day or so. And then people who've been sitting on the sidelines, there is a ton of dry powder people, a ton of money waiting to be thrown into this market, will jump in and pull the price right back up. So it's kind of a win-win. Bitcoin will still pop back up and investors will still be happy with the return. And in addition, it'll already have done its job by dropping and kicking off alt season, which will push the altcoins up to skyrocket high prices, and people will be happy with their investment there too. My plan is to rotate out of altcoins after the peak and then move back into Bitcoin for long-term storage, probably moving into the next bull run after the halvening. And I think I'm going to stand by my thoughts that 350 to 500,000 is the mark that we're going to be going to. There's a lot of folks who are calling for higher numbers. A lot of people are calling for lower. But I think that over time, as the price starts to balance out and fluctuate just a little bit less, we'll see a lot more institutions, we'll see a lot more money, and a lot more players who take considerable amount of time to get into the market, work their way in, and start to move that price higher. There's a lot of Bitcoin coming off of the exchanges going into cold storage. And the fact of the matter is that there's going to be scarcity. There's not 21 million coins that are going to be available. There's not 14. We're looking at probably sub 6 million coins that are going to be available exchanges for people to buy and sell in an active market. And that number is going to get smaller and smaller as time goes by. Companies that are coming in and putting billions of dollars into Bitcoin for pension funds or insurance funds are not going to be pulling that money out. They're going to be keeping it there. They're going to be storing it there. And it's not going to move. It's not going to be available to trade. So the scarcity is going to go up and the price is going to follow right behind it. It's going to be exciting to see. $1 million Bitcoin in the future, I absolutely believe it. No doubt in my mind. Where do you think the price will go? I think that we talked about the two schools of thought, the alt season players like myself and my two sons. We talk about this several times a day. We're planning on keeping close eyes on what's happening with the price of Bitcoin if it does dip out and if it does start the alt season rampage. We've been grinding up with altcoins. They've been moving up steadily, but traditionally you've seen that the altcoins do make a pop. They go to the top and then jump out and then they crash to the bottom. I think if you're a hodler, which a lot of people are, I will be too. In the near future and long term, more and more of my portfolio will be stacked into Bitcoin and Ethereum and maybe some other projects. I love Cardano. I think Charles has the code that they're writing, the way that they're building the company is rock solid. And to his point, it's not just solving the problem of third world countries and people who need to have finance in their life. Any other country, any other business, any other developer will be able to leverage that technology and use it to their advantage. It's going to be a great project. So projects like that are going to garner a lot of long-term investment, and I think more and more people will keep money in the so-called blue chip cryptos like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and some of the others. Chainlink, you don't want to forget the oracles too. They're part of the functional benefits that go along with smart contracts. So there'll be a lot of money moving into those areas longer term for longer periods of time. Okay, let's take a look back at what we've talked about and see what we have. Fiat currency is failing. It is failing. It's been failing for some time and at an ever increasing and alarming rate. People have started to move heavily into crypto as a safe haven, regardless of what governments are doing. There's ways around it, and I think ultimately there'll be some sort of a coexistence, happy or not, but we'll get there at some point in time. Dogecoin, no words. I'm very happy. I wish I had it, but I'm happy for everybody who does. And keep going. Cities and other entities are starting to push cryptocurrency into the mainstream at an extremely fast pace, an ever increasingly fast pace. And we're going to see more and more acceptance for the use of cryptocurrencies throughout our economy, and it will be staggering at the pace that it comes. Finally, we are at a price crossroads with Bitcoin, and I do mean short-term price crossroads, and we'll soon see what lies ahead, whether or not we'll just keep marching forward all the way up to 500,000 nonstop, except for little corrections here and there, or if we will follow history and see a drop of 30+% and then rebuild back up into price discovery, launching altcoins into their rocket trajectory and making people like me very, very happy. A word about scammers. I'm sure everybody's aware that the internet is full of them. They prey on people within the comment section of channels. You want to be on the lookout for that. I will never ask for your email. I will never send you my email. I will never ask you for money nor advice. The only communication I'll have is through videos, Patreon, and through Discord. Please be aware. Please be cautious. Please be vigilant. They're very tricky. They can make a website look exactly like any other website. Trust me, I've done it for years. And they can make an email look like it came from the President of the United States. They can do it, and they trick people every single day. They steal their money, they steal their crypto, they steal their identity, they steal their freedom. So be careful, be aware, and don't ever let your guard down. And finally, one parting note. This is something that I think that has helped me throughout my lifetime. I think that it's a saying that kind of sticks in my head and makes me feel good about the things that I'm doing. Winners never quit, and quitters never win. Always give your very best effort to overcome the challenges that you face in life. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, and please subscribe and be on the lookout for our next video. Be safe, everyone.